She is full of no-nonsense advice, everything from careers to relationships and much more. Vasavi Kumar, our Keeping It Real guru, is back to answer some of your questions. So let's get right to it, Vasavi. Okay, so the first question, it comes from Valerie. And Valerie asks, I'm an entrepreneur. This year has been crazy busy to the point where I felt really overwhelmed. And normally I don't feel overwhelmed. I normally thrive on stress, yet not in recent months. So I don't even feel like myself personally or professionally. Things are getting better as I'm finishing up projects. I'm more concerned about the emotional muck from it all that is weighing me down. Thoughts on how to get out of it and never go there again. What do you say to Valerie?
So the first thing I really want Valerie to look at is what is her fuel, because you know, as a fellow entrepreneur myself, I am all about serving my clients. I'm extremely passionate about it, but stress is not going to get her far at all. I mean, I'm positive that she went into business in the first place because she has something to give other people. I really want Valerie to get back to that main source of inspiration. Why did I get into business in the first place? I mean, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through journaling, just going out and having some fun, just let her get back to why did I start this business in the first place? We need to shift the fuel from stress to just that passion, that source again.
Let passion be your fuel.
Absolutely, let passion be her fuel.
All right, what else?
Number two, stress is a big fat lie. She talks about how she thrives on stress. Stress is not real. We create stress as a fuel so we can keep going and going. Ultimately, what's going to happen, heart attack at 45, she's going to be extremely exhausted. Number three is healthy priorities. I want to ask her, how are you spending your time? Listen, we have the same exact amount of time as the greatest artists, teachers, poets, and writers in our history. So I want her to take a look at how she's spending her time, get crystal clear about what deserves her time and attention, and start taking the actions that are going to move her forward towards her goals and her projects instead of wasting her time in other areas. And number four, the most important thing is worrying and suffering are optional. If you don't want to be in your emotional muck, you don't have to be in your emotional muck. At the end of the day, she does have a choice how she wants to spend her day, how she wants to spend her emotional and mental energy. And I really do get it. As an entrepreneur, we live and breathe and eat our business. So I wanted to go tell Valerie, go have some fun. I actually want you to work less. Work less, have some more fun, take some dance party breaks. I usually roll around on the carpet with my dog, Lainey. You've met her.
Yes.
She's awesome. So Valerie, go out, go have some fun, and you don't have to worry and be in your muck.
Valerie, for the love of God, stop being a martyr. Valerie, we love you. Okay, so our second question is from Jolie. So she says, I grew up in a traditional immigrant household. I had a lot of rules and boundaries, and now that I'm in my 30s, I'm trying to find out who I am. I am so sick of living a life of shoulds and musts. I want to learn to be free. How do I live a life simply being me? What should Jolie do? Jolie
needs to make up her own rules. If you don't like the rules, you got to make up you got to make up new ones. No one is sitting there waiting for her to live her life. I can completely relate. I grew up in a very traditional Indian immigrant household. There were a lot of rules, a lot of boundaries, and I know plenty of people who did not grow up in immigrant households that had a lot of rules. At the end of the day, you are the creator of your life. So forget about how you were raised. Forget about what society has taught you, religious institutions, media, teachers. You have to do what you have to do. If you don't like something, don't wait for someone else to give you permission. You have to go make up your own rules. It's gonna feel a little weird. It just takes a little bit of practice. Number two is go with your gut always. This is the driving force behind everything that I do. And if if Jolie wants to really be free, it's gonna be uncomfortable because she's been trained to think and be a certain way. So we need to actually have her pay attention to that voice inside of her. We ignore that somewhere along the way because we're so used to hearing the chatter. Media, our parents, you know, childhood stuff. So
what's in here?
What's in here? And it's going to be a whisper at first, but the more she starts to learn to listen to it, that whisper will become more of that innate, that louder voice that she listens to.
And what's the last one? Yeah.
Be unapologetically you. There's no reason to apologize for who you are. You are absolutely amazing. You're going to come up against people who don't agree with you, who don't like this new free version of you. Not your problem. Keep it moving.
Oh, Vasavi, always good advice.
Thanks Michael.
Dear. That's awesome.